yeah. It happened once again. So today you have probably seen by the title, I have lost 120,000 Robux because of one item. And well, the item in question, ladies and gentlemen, it is the oven monster. And the story as to why I lost 120,000 Robux does not actually begin with that item. It begins with a completely different item, the Mr. Hatbot. So if you take a look at this trade here 2 months ago, I gave all of these items for Mr. Hatbot. Back then, I think this was like I was losing 30,000, around 30,000 value. Okay, so I just realized that I made a mistake. So I gave not only this, but I also gave this and this much. So if you add up every single value together, you're going to have around 157,000 versus, like, you know, once again 70,000. And you see, some people might ask me like, hey Pedro, why did you give so much for Mr. Hatbot if it is a projected item? In case you guys do not know, a projected item, you have an item that is worth 10,000 recent average price. So you pick one of these items and then all of a sudden you buy one of them for 1 million Robux, bringing the recent average price up from 10,000 to 100,000 Robux. So essentially this happened because this guy over here, Bistuitify, you know, he is actually a member of my YouTube channel. You have been supporting the channel very much, so you know, much love to you, man. Thank you very much. This guy is the hoarder of Mr. Hatbot. 60 copies of the Mr. Hatbot item. So if you take a look at the recent average price chart here, you're going to see that he brought this item from 40,000 recent average price all the way up to 104,000 recent average price. So you know, internally that also means that this item was getting some overpays, you know. If you take a look right here, you're going to see that this item got a 120,000 overpay when it was 66,000 Robux. So that means that this item was getting like 190,000 Robux very easily. So you know, I thought, okay, maybe I can get a little bit more in slightly better items, because realistically I gave like subpar items for this item. So you know, I was like, okay, whatever I get off of this item is going to be good. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I was wrong, because then I traded here with my friend Ricky, aka Tickpad. Do not send any hate towards anyone mentioned in this video, okay? I feel like, you know, both me and him were bamboozled in this situation. I gave essentially this much for the Oven Monster Limited. And then you might ask me like, hey Pedro, why did you end up doing that? So I actually have the answer to you, my gentleman or my lady watching this video. So you know, I told Ricky here that I sent him a trade, and you know, he said I'm not lowballing. So we were, you know, negotiating. We were in the negotiating steps. And then he told me that, you know, the people who hoard this item were going to project the item again. You're going to see that they projected this item like extremely crazy. They bought it twice for around 310,000 and then once again for 388,000 Robux. What's the reason for the projection? They just want to do it because they have every single copy in circulation and money to spend. So this item was hoarded actually by a group of black marketers, people who deal with selling Roblox items for real cash and all of that. You know, it is hoarded by people who do that, so they have a lot of money to spare, you know, to just like, you know, burn on anything they want. Coincidentally, on my birthday, he told me that the item was getting projected 2 more times, but Oven could profit me better than Hatbot if it sells. There's no other copies besides like one guy. Now there is me also. I have had this item since my birthday, bro. You know, you remember how he told me that, you know, the black marketers, they had all of the copies in circulation? That ended up not being the case shortly after I got this item. If you take a look at some recent copies of this item, you're going to see that this one was password guessed, you know, so this one was hacked into and stolen. And then we have this copy, which is the worst of them all. This one particular copy ended up selling for 30,000 Robux. So you know, from 388,000 Robux down to 30,000 Robux, you're going to see that there is quite a little difference, you know what I mean? Like, bro, can I genuinely just never profit, bro? Are you serious? And then the real motivator as to why I actually came forward to record this video, he told me, yo, what does Oven Monster get? And be completely for real, I have it inbound. Man, you have it for a lowball, right? About a calm 60,000 Robux lowball for the Oven Monster, bro. So I essentially gave 160,000 Robux for an item that at the very maximum I'm going to get 45,000 Robux out of. And you know, if any of the black marketers who hoard this item are actually watching this video, please make me happy and buy my copy that is on sale for the grand total of 233,000 Robux, or send offers to PMKOPP, matter of fact. Conclusion of the video, do not be dumb like me. And you know, before this video ends, I would like to shout out every single member of my YouTube channel and all of the people who have donated to me in the streams, and you know, people who have donated memberships as well to the other people who watch my YouTube channel. All of the support is extraordinarily appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like my type of content. Do anything you can to support me, because all of the support is extremely appreciated. We have recently reached 3,500 subscribers and I'm very grateful for every single one of you who watch my content. Anyways, that was pretty much it. Thank you guys very much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.